It's been 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine, and the footage that we are seeing is not the war footage, but actually the rebuilding efforts in this city of Ukraine. Now, this satellite image shows to you that in September 2022, there were 6 apartment buildings that were completed, and in December 2022, there were 12 completed buildings and new unidentified constructions were also there. This image also shows while on one end there was still destruction, on the other end new apartments already started to come up. It's a pretty heartwarming tale. However, the irony is that this city of Mariupol in Ukraine, the entire rebuilding efforts are led by Russians themselves. This is very interesting. Also, if you look into what happened in March and April 2022, you would not even believe why Russians are doing this right now.
The most famous was the old drama theatre in the centre of the city. In early March, Ukrainian civilians were sheltering there. They wrote the word for children in huge letters on the road outside so that it would be visible from the sky. The airstrike hit in the middle of the morning. Hundreds of people are thought to have been killed.
This is a complete 180-degree turn, right? From bombings in March, April 2022 to already rebuilding the city in September. Now, this leads to the first question: what is this city of Mariupol? Why does it have so much importance in the entire context of Ukrainian economy and also from the Russian standpoint? Before we jump in and understand the importance of this particular city, let's take a look at the overall Ukrainian economy itself. In 2021, 2 out of the top 3 sectors contributing to the GDP were manufacturing and agriculture. And Ukraine is not a consumption-driven economy but an export-driven economy. Ukraine accounts for 9% of the world's wheat, 15% of the maize, and 44% of the global sunflower oil exports. A quarter, 25% of Bangladesh, Egypt, Indonesia, and Pakistan's wheat comes from Ukraine. It is not just about Ukrainian economy going down, but also there would be a drought in a lot of Asian countries as well if the Ukrainian exports are not handled well. Also, it is not just about the agricultural products, but it is also about machinery and equipment coming from their industrial production. Now, the point is there are a bunch of different ways through which Ukraine can export these products and services to other parts of the world. One of them being road, but as we can clearly see, Ukraine is sending majority of its food exports to Asia. So road is out of question and it can only send through its coastal line. And now majority of that coastal line is occupied by Russia. The other alternate is take the train route from Ukraine to Poland and get into the Baltic Sea, or take the train route from Ukraine to Hungary to Croatia and get into the Mediterranean Sea, and then send in the food to Asia. But the problem with that route is twofold. Number one, you cannot keep the food on the road for such a long time, and number two, it is expensive. And most important of all, the train gauge, the railway track patterns are different in Ukraine from Poland and Hungary and other European nations. While Ukraine and Moscow, being a part of erstwhile USSR, have a different track gauge system, which is 1535 mm, the other parts of the Europe have a different track gauging systems, which are around 1400 mm. So even if they want to use rail, it is not possible for them. Now, it is also about the industrial production. One of the major areas where industrial goods are produced in Ukraine are coming from the Donbas region. And this Donbas region, again, city of Mariupol is the only and the closest, biggest port town for the Donbas region. Now you can see how coastal line is of extreme importance for the Ukrainian economy survival itself. And one of the largest port towns in the Sea of Azov is Mariupol. Now, for Russia, the control of the port of Mariupol means control of the Sea of Azov and its ability to project power in the entire region. It also means Russia would be controlling 80% of the Black Sea coastal line, which is vital for Ukrainian and international trade. There is also one other important element why the city of Mariupol is of strategic importance for the Russians. It gives them access to Crimean Peninsula. Mariupol is located just north of the Crimean Peninsula, which is seized by Russians in 2014. It provides Russia with a potential land corridor to Crimea. Now you can see it is not just about the economic importance, but it is also about accessing the Black Sea. So there are multiple ways through which this port of Mariupol is important for the Russians itself. There is, however, a bigger question at hand. Why are they rebuilding the city at such a fast pace? And majority of the answer lies in this particular clip.
She's been filming in the region over the last few months, parts of a propaganda effort to show the benefits of Russian rule. If we pause this video posted to Twitter, we can see the city's sign behind her. Before, it was yellow and blue, the colours of Ukraine.
You can see that it is not just about rebuilding, but it is also about changing the color of the city from Ukrainian colors to Russian colors. They are changing the school curriculum from Ukrainian curriculum to Russian curriculum. Even the currency is changed. And most importantly, it is first about destruction. It is about destroying the cultural heritage of the city even before rebuilding the city. So you can see this is not just about rebuilding. It is about cultural cleansing. The other important reason is that Russia has set up a local government in the region after annexing it. It needs to make sure that the local government looks legitimate and also pro-people. That's why even before the war is over, Russia wants to look like they're actually rescuing the people of Mariupol and not enslaving them. The people of Russia also want the entire world to think that Russian invasion of Ukraine and the subsequent destruction of Mariupol has not only resulted in thousands of deaths, but also the real intention of Russian action is for the development of the economy. It wants to show to the world that it really cares about the population of Mariupol. Now, we know just through the facts and the data that, hey, whether it is cultural cleansing or it is real care about the Mariupol economy. Take care, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.